Today we're fixing a pair of swing gates that has a broken hinge. Now this one I thought was going to be an easy job. It throws me a few curveballs along with the customer, but we get there in the end. Let's get into it. A broken hinge, as you can see right there. Now hopefully this is not a difficult job. These look like they are just screwed in, so it should be a fairly easy repair. And then we'll check the gates over for any maintenance requirements. Check the other hinges for any cracking. Now this hinge may be a bit more stressed because that one has broken. We'll go and check the other side. These are quite big gates for sure. These are probably scaling on about 2.5, 3 meters quite easily. Let's see how heavy they are when we lift it up. Not too bad. So from the inside you can see this hinge is affixed via 5 Tech screws. Alright, that looks like it's going to come out pretty easy. Only 2 Tech screws on this hinge. That's doing alright. Unless that is also welded on, we'll check that as well. But let's get this piece out there. And we should have enough room to work with to take off this plate here. So what we'll do first, we'll just make sure we have the correct replacement hinge before we open that, in case we have to return it. Let's match this one up. We've got the gate side, which is this way. So that one there, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's open that up. These are quite different. So when the gates open, these are a new system, so we definitely have to replace maybe both of these, because this hinge, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's a lot smaller. But that is the correct hinge. That's not going to fit inside of there. Technically, if you had to, you could grind off this extra piece. Didn't even see that. Heavy duty, extra strength. So these are actually a security gate hinge. So that extra piece there is actually an indent inside of there. So that prevents the gate. When the gate's closed, no one can lift it off the hinge. You have to have it in the open position. That's pretty cool. So let's remove this hinge here. I'm going to apply a little bit of heat because these are covered with paint. And they should loosen up. All right, I'm hoping that's not welded on. Let's see if that will come off. Beautiful. And let's see if our replacement hinge lines up with those screws there, and they kind of do. Let's pop one in. Loosely. I might just take off this hinge here, this section. I just want to make sure that is or isn't welded, or if that's just a reinforcement. It doesn't look like it's welded. Hopefully, that's just some reinforcing. Let's see if we can get that off. I'll put a bit of heat as well. If we can get in there. It sounded like air came out of there. Okay, beautiful. That's not welded on, which is good news. Which means we can put a direct replacement hinge on. Hopefully without too much fuss. Also, don't forget to put a bit of grease in there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to close these gates, I think, a little bit at least, because I haven't got the key. We're going to go into the control box. Let's see. Okay. Should be, that might be a learned button. This is quite an old Ditech system. I'm trying to remember if it has an open and close button. That might be switched off. No. May not have any external buttons to operate. I might have to go and get a remote control. So I've got a remote. Let's see if we can pick these up and close them. It doesn't look like we have any power. That fuse is blown. Looks alright. Come on, get in there. So it looks like we have no power. That's our next problem. Alright, it's tripped the circuit breaker. Now we have power. We've got LEDs. Let's see if the gate closes. Actually, I have an idea. Instead of straining our back, we've got this little dolly here. Let's see if we can get this under. Might be too big. Then again, if we lower it onto there, certainly give us a helping hand. Let's see how we go. Ready? All right. It doesn't want to operate. Okay. Might need two hands for this. I think dolly no good. Let's try that again. Okay, we'll just open that up a bit. All right, That will do. Now we'll get the gate to sit even with our jacks. Probably a little bit more, because that will drop. Once we take the jack off, that will drop back down again. But that looks pretty good, I reckon. Maybe just a tiny bit more. Take off this screw. This one no good. All right, job done. I wish. See if we can get some more screws in here. That one looks all right. It's a little bit crooked. I don't like that. I think in this instance, I'm going to die grind out the holes a little bit. Remember that shaft certainly needs replacing. Those bearings are shot. Beautiful. 3 more to go. Two more to go. Actually, we can get a fresh hole in that bottom one, I reckon. Okay, we've got our 6 tech screws in. Let's go and remove the jack. See what happens. Plenty of clearance there. That gap looks very nice. I've got some extra tech screws. There's some very long self-drilling heads on there. But these drilling tips aren't the best. So I'm just going to use a 3.5mm drill bit, and we'll drill a couple of holes in each side first, pilot holes. So let's start with the gate side. Let's see if our tech screw goes through there now. This definitely would have struggled. Snap. Good news. And they snap. It can be a real nightmare. Number 2. Let's go. The power back on. And it's getting some shade. Hopefully. We're in business. This gate is operating perfectly. That one there is scraping on the ground a bit. All the hinges need a good grease up. That's pretty good. These are quite fast. Oh, it's only barely touching. Probably not quite enough to worry about at this stage. We can jack up the hinges just a slight, just slightly, and put a small washer in there. That will lift the gate up. Might even try that, but that involves taking the gate right off the hinges, and ideally that's a 2-person job. But at the moment, they're working pretty good. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. That might even drop back down, or I might even just lower that paver just slightly. Dig it out a bit. But yeah, pretty good. Because these gates don't have a slowdown feature, they do close a bit noisy. I'll try and find a bit of foam or padding for that. Alright, so I spent another hour on these gates because the customer wanted more clearance, and now look what happens. Yep, now it's jammed. It doesn't stop on the ground stopper. So I ended up having to come up with an extended stopper on the actual gate itself, because the ground stopper is very worn. It just slides over the top. But at least now, if the gates do drop at all, or the ground moves, we can just trim the bottom of that stopper on the gate, or make up a new one, which is good. I've got this gate to clear the pavers. I did end up just adjusting the hinges a little bit. That was enough to get some clearance. And I also put a bit of foam padding behind the contact points of the gate, so now they do close a lot quieter. The gap is beautiful. I replaced both the hinges as well. Two brand new heavy duty hinges, and they are operating beautiful. Nice gaps, nice and even. There's the new hinge on the top, but I may as well. And there we go. Set of swing gates working again. But yeah, I reckon that's the main root cause of the issue. Was the gate was overrunning on that bottom stopper, jamming, and then the gate opener, which is quite powerful, these ones, because the gate wasn't opening, it was trying to rip itself off the hinge. I'm that roller door bloke. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next great garage door tip. And remember, if this video helped you out and you've got a spare minute, jump onto Google, chuck us a quick review. This gives me more jobs and keeps these videos coming. That roller door bloke.